Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Europe Advanced map. We're playing as the green player out of the third position. And I have some decent options on this board. The Alps cap might be my best bet. Blue with a kind of a third of the map split. If we go Alps, we get a good spot. Gascony obviously looks nice, but I don't know if somebody's going to end up in Andalusia or Rabat. If I go here, I get middle board access. We cut off any pathing into the left-hand side through the middle. So you'd have to wrap through the top or through Blue's capital. I really like the Alps position here. Black may cap directly next to me, but we kind of have a mutual breaking zone here. I probably play for Italy. I can play for France. I have the options here. Black actually takes a very bizarre capital. I have to imagine white is on South Russia, because otherwise why cap Gaziantep instead of Georgia? It's a 1-point hold for the Orient bonus over here on the right-hand side. Blue with a split bonus here. Maybe he plays for the middle, one of these middle bonuses early, or he just rushes for West Africa. From what I see, I like what I see so far. This may be a bait cap. Black may be trying to do a bait cap behind white, if that is the case here. I think Blue had a lot of options. I think this is one of the worst options of what I can see. I like a London cap because, again, that splits a line of pathing into the left-hand side from the right. I like he had middle Trieste option. He had the Romania option. Both of those are certainly fine. This is a 2-point card block with no bonus. Rabat block and what is that? Benghazi? Yeah, Benghazi block. So not my favorite choice by the blue player, but it's probably fine. But yeah, we're playing the meta settings. This is auto setup, 60-second turn timer, progressive cards, balance, bliss dice, no rank restrictions, alliances, and portals are off, fog and blizzards are on, and blue does go for Eastern Europe here, which is a wise choice. I don't know that I feel really compelled to let him hold that, though. I see everything, at least in France here. Oh, that's not good. All right. So I probably want to play for Italy. Maybe Italy and Dinaric. Cut off my cap lines, but if white's going to play for this up here, do I go France first? I think I probably go France first. And the reason Black's going to go for Eastern Europe Orient immediately. No, single take. All right, I guess I should have assumed he would have been back there. I don't hate a France take right away. Clear some of that material out here. I wanted to knock blue out of this position so he doesn't get a left-hand break for free. And I just ignore the break in the middle here. I think that's the better way to do this. I try to pretend like I'm playing nice with blue. White up here is going to be risky. No. He's going to break me next to my cap, dude. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Like, come on, man. Why are you playing bad neighbor or bad whatever this early into the game? And I didn't get No, you're getting knocked out of here. I don't know why. Orange is enemy number one. What these guys don't realize is adding troops to a spot to make sure you break a position is one of the most annoying plays that you can make, and I'm absolutely going to make sure that you are not decimated, but like not going to respect you very much. And especially because you probably could have relied on white to make some sort of move up here already anyway. Maybe he plays this slow and doesn't actually go for the UK, but based off of, he doesn't. Okay. I'm fine with that. Get a couple extra troops here. Blue is leaving this pathing opening, which I don't love. So I'm not going to. He drops the angry face on me. It's like, you just actively broke me. He knew I was capped here, I believe, because I thought he had Burgundy. And here goes black rushing. I would finish this. Honestly, I would trust that you have enough troops here. His pathing is incorrect here, though. You hit white first. You want your largest stack to hit the largest stack that you know is nearby. If you know these are all ones, this is a good play by black, though. I don't like his cap, but I like what he's done to start the game. I don't love how much blue is getting here to come hit us if he wants to roll up through here. It's also possible that somebody's Captain of Rabat or Andalusia. We haven't seen hide nor hair of red. He's getting 7 troops, though, which is a little bit surprising. How much did white start with? White started with 5. White doesn't have his capital. He did not defend his capital in the first turn. Because white has Iceland. He doesn't have his capital. He full committed for Iceland to lose his capital, which is why he didn't continue attacking in here, because he doesn't have the extra troops. I wouldn't be surprised to see orange down below us on the left-hand side here, come up through Spain to come break me here. And then I'll just play for Italy after that. I'm probably going to play. Yeah, here he comes. What a joke, dude. Like, this guy is such a joke, and I can't wait for blue to beat the brakes off of him. I genuinely can't wait for the blue player to just absolutely beat the brakes off. We know he didn't even take this bonus because he didn't hit the black territory here. So he's intentionally leaving troops here. Blue's going to go take your cap, dude. You don't even realize the threat that is among you. That is my favorite part about this. Blue is just going to continue slowly taking up here. Takes a couple extra territories. Keeps building up his prowess. That was an interesting fortify. He may have just taken a cap from red. Because that was only 5 troops on the fortify. But you see, white's only getting 5 because he only has Iceland. He doesn't have a cap. Red was getting 7 because he has double capital. If I'm white here, I don't think I get greedy. But like, orange just comes off of his cap to come hit me. I don't even bother taking this. I just go here and I... Like, I'm just going to play for a different bonus. So the reason he broke me off of this position is because he knew he was capped here, which this move makes more sense, but him not being wary of blue is going to be his biggest fault here. And it's in my best interest now, knowing that orange is capped behind me, to actually let blue have at least positioning advantage, right? I don't want him to have extra bonuses up here. But this play is just not good by orange. Getting aggressive against me when I'm in a position where I can take a bonus separate from you that you can't break. It's just simply in my best interest to take that bonus and then aggress you afterwards. Black is now getting 13. We probably want black out of the middle. I don't want orange holding this, but now that I hold this bonus, I don't even have to let him hold it. I can just break him and he can't come get me. So I think there's some value in that. He appears to be slow rolling something, which, like, whatever. And if he appears on the other side of the board, those are just troops that aren't on his cap. So I think orange's days are numbered. I think his early game breaking and aggression has been silly, and he'll get his comeuppance soon enough. I just hope he sticks around and doesn't bot before that happens. That would certainly be nice. We find blue here. He's going to go for all of Eastern Europe now, which does concern me at least a little bit. You didn't have to hit my 2 there. I'm a little bit annoyed by that hit on the 2. That hit on the 2 is unnecessary because I was going to try to stake my claim to this position. White sets early, which, like, I get it. You're trying to survive. You don't have a capital. I don't like the double protection here. I think white would be better served. Yeah, I don't go for this. We're going to play for Deneric here and just hope that blue doesn't break it. I'm fine letting white have this. There's no point in going for France. There's actually no point in retaliating on orange at all here. If blue comes in here to break Italy, then all of his bonuses get broken. So I think that taking this bonus is a perfectly fine play. White eventually opens himself up to me. No point in card skipping yet. Does close my cap off. Maybe orange holds this, but again, blue's still pointing at you. I'm kind of confused. Blue's doing a good job of keeping his capital open. I'm surprised he hasn't explored a little bit of this bonus down below. He's taken so much in the middle board. Now, black has been getting a decent amount. I wouldn't be surprised if one of Red's caps got taken. He's not exactly holding a lot of board at this stage. I do wonder. It hasn't been taken. I do wonder if Blue full secured Eastern Europe on that one. And I'm not super worried about it, right? Because we know he has to hit Orange to get up to me. And if he breaks me, he opens himself up to a full break here, which is, again, I'm a little bit confused with the neighbor position here, why you would hit my 2 there. I think it's an extra territory play just to try to get a couple extra troops off of those extra territories. But again, it's not like it's that big of a deal. Orange is getting 9 and has now opened himself up to Blue. So instead, Blue just gets alerted to Orange's position here. Infinite trading pocket down here is a little bit worrisome. But Orange is at least a little bit told on himself. So if Blue does get a lot of troops here, he could try to aggress Orange immediately rather than wait. But it's going to depend. He actually only gets 11, so he doesn't even have Eastern Europe yet. Maybe it's possible that Red's not letting him hold that. I think it's in my best interest to not really let Orange get anything. It depends, though, right? Like, if White attacks down into me on this next turn, I don't really want to take troops in France. You gonna break me here? That's idiotic, dude. That's so stupid. As you can see, my lips are moving, but this is not the audio that matches it. I wasn't thrilled with what Blue was doing, so you can just guess what I'm saying here. We're going to have some, well, this audio rather, overlaying this for the foreseeable future, because with Blue's play wrapping up, White's turn going through, and then my turn to play, I'm just getting a little frustrated. This came after a particularly frustrating game played out before this, and the residual effects of that shine through here just a little bit. But don't mind me, we get it together, and the rest of the video should be smooth sailing. So I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll get back to the regularly scheduled audio here in just a second. Anyway, I got a bunch of censoring to do there, because Blue made an unbelievably head-scratching play that just nets him fewer troops overall. Truly baffling why Blue would play bad neighbor in the middle of the board when being a bad neighbor opens you up to getting broken. And now I'll trade after him, and I can eventually just hold him hostage down here where he's forced to hit into Orange. I didn't want to be bad neighbor to Blue, but like, force my hand, why don't you? And he's going to come break me again. I already know it, but the issue is he still, it doesn't matter how many troops he has on his capital here, because he still has to deal with Orange. Like, Orange still exists here. Orange should leave pathing into you. I don't know that he's going to, but I mean, yeah, he did. He left pathing. And Blue will trade, and he will retaliate. And the moment he breaks me, Blue is such a nice friend. He's so cool. I love him so much. God forbid I hold a bonus in the middle of the board. You know I'm captured. You open it up. I'm going to take this back. I'm not an idiot. I don't love this. But like, White is actually getting kind of strong, and it does concern me. You can let me hold this bonus. I don't know why he doesn't take Eastern Europe. Maybe Red's captain there. I'm going to take this bonus. Like, I don't know why. I'm going to do it in a way where it looks like I'm not going to break, right? So I'm not going to re-break. If this is the foolish play, like, it's okay to let me hold this, bud. It's all right. It's good. If he breaks me again, though, I need to make sure my cap is defended from some of White's tomfoolery. That's the issue. I can't continue going into him and keep fighting this. Man, that's a lot of off-cap troops for Black. Now, Black is breakable and card blockable because of where his cap is. I wouldn't be surprised if Black is holding most of his troops off cap. Orange is mostly left us alone. Now, there actually is the possibility where I take this back because White's choosing not to break me here. And I actually take this bonus back because maybe Orange, if I don't break Orange, maybe he plays nice. I'm not optimistic about that, though, to be honest. He probably took either here or here because he wants to leave his pathing into blue. Although he took twice there. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Maybe he did close his capital off. The issue here is this is an infinite trading pocket. I let blue hold this bonus. I take this bonus back because, again, he didn't even have this. I was the one who captured this first. We'll see what he does. All right, thank you. Blue and I have reached an understanding. So a little bit of a pulling teeth understanding. White's going to hit here, actually, which is interesting. So logically, I should hit up into this spot. I don't even hold that bonus. We don't worry about this over here. I'll leave the 2 there. What? That's head scratching as well. But now is our goal of like, all right, let's get ourselves up to the standard of what blue has on cap. Like, we got to try to recover here a little bit because of Orange's tomfoolery early, because of Blue's tomfoolery. And I like everything that people are doing makes sense to me. Blue felt he was entitled to this bonus. He didn't know my cap was here. Although I thought he did. I was fairly confident he knew my capital was here. Regardless. Gets mad when I break, so he breaks this, but then doesn't break me here. And then we reach some sort of, like, it's not, I don't agree with breaking with the position that his cap is in, and he now knows Orange is here. Like, you have no pathing to come hit my capital off of your cap, even with as weak as it was. White was the risk there, right? Whereas Orange's early game play is like, Orange thinks he's going to battle me, and he would have had blue not done that. And I actually gave blue a really good position into hitting Orange. Now, this is a wise play of removing me down there. Now, he may take this bonus successfully, which is a whole other can of worms. I wouldn't respect the fist bump here if I'm blue, but I get not wanting to close your capital off. So there is that. Orange is like effectively trapped back here, though. A card block from this side, if blue chooses not to break him, which I think blue did just break him. I think blue is just kind of wailing on his territory in here. I don't think he had enough. Maybe he took up top, but I don't think he had enough troops to take the capital. Orange has been defending this pretty effectively. White botting is not great, but because I'm capped here, I can just steer this right into Orange. There's really no problem with that. I do probably get knocked down to 13 troops instead of 14, but whatever. I think black still only has 1 bonus. So red's operating up here with double capital, but probably not super safe. I have to imagine black has some sort of pathing into whatever red is dealing with. The board is shaken out pretty effectively, right? Black has all of this down here. Blue has at least all of this. Orange has this. White has this. And red is some mixture of the top part of the board, right? I don't know exactly where red is capped. I don't know where white's original is. Now, depending on how this plays off of this battle, I mean, this is 50 troops here. I don't have the means of dealing with this at all. The 30 coming down is a little bit unfortunate because this doesn't end up breaking orange. But it's not like, with no trade-in off of white, it's not like this is going to do anything. I don't want to hit black. And I don't want to trade in. So we'll continue playing good neighbor with blue. And see what happens. Black sets early. This could be an aggression on one of red's capitals, which I think is, like, maybe he's got the juice to eliminate red. He'd run up to triple cap, which is dangerous. I don't know. We'll see what red gets on this next turn. I think he probably took one of red's capitals. Let's see if we're right. Yep, we are. He did. Both of those things are true. And red sets in himself. So the interesting thing about red is, presuming that you've kept your cap well enough defended, you can sneak in over here and break him and maybe even take one of your caps back. He plays single card, so no retaliation play there. And we see that our good friend Orange not only doesn't have this bonus, but also doesn't have a 12 or more territories. I don't anticipate a slam here through blue. I doubt he has enough troops, unless blue sacked into him, right? Like, maybe blue sacked the capital and these guys just didn't react, and I could have scooped an elimination there and without knowing it. With the number of attacks that Orange is doing, I think blue may have slammed into him. We'll see how much he gets. If it's 7 or 8, probably got slammed. It's 7. Blue has no capital right now. We are not open to orange. Orange trades early. It's possible he still exists on some top part of the board. He does not. Blue does not trade in off of this player. So he's going to have a maximum of 47 troops split between all of this material here. White also would not set off of orange. White should give me pathing. The question is, how cheap is that pathing? So we can secure this entire bottom position. Orange is quick, so that's 3 troops remaining here. 3 troops remaining, and maybe he kept some troops on capital. It's really going to depend on how this splits out, right? If this attacks down, I'm going to trade in here for 45 troops. If the 20 is what attacks down, we can probably just run off of our capital here. So, like, if this splits to the side, which it should, it'll break, and then it should finish the bonus. It does not finish the bonus. So we can't actually run through that there. All right. 59 troops. Should I just go this way? Do I get enough up there if I go this way? Well, I'd at least win the cap here, right? So probably should. I don't know that I have enough troops for this. I do have enough troops for it. I do. All right, neither of these guys have bonuses. I have a trade on the next turn with the dudes. White might set. I just want to see what we're working with over here. Well played. Red's stuck up here. All right. So blue actually eliminated orange off of that. Orange somehow won blue's capital, which is crazy to me. So here's the question. Does red have enough juice? Does he have enough on that capital to eliminate white? Now, I didn't come break anything. Well, I guess I didn't realize black had Russia. So there's no way black isn't defending this cap over here. Red gets 5. I mean, I guess, does he have enough to run through white here? And does white have a trade in, right? I should just eliminate white into red, especially if red fails. He doesn't even fail it. So red's stuck behind black. White does set. So that's not great for me. And white gets 8. So this is like stacking on red here, most likely. That's a ton of troops. Just simply a ton. And it was a bonus breaker from what I remember before. So this should actually hit me before taking the bonus. Or not. Yeah, it does still break me, though. Which I'm not surprised by. I'm fine if it wants to run up as much as it wants to run up. I have a trade-in. Exercise a little bit of cap defense. I don't want to let this hold here. I don't actually want to let it hold anything. I'd rather let it spread out. This cap Do 30. This one, we don't want him to be able to roll it. I'm gonna card. Red's capped directly next to this. We're just gonna card block him. I thought he'd have more troops here. Yeah, this should be curtains here. I thought white would have more up top defending. Black actually just straight closes his position off. And red doesn't get a card here, right? Like, maybe there's a chance red would have a set on 3. Tries to blitz. He doesn't even get a card. So it's better that I keep his elimination as cheap as possible. I can actually block both of these players right now. White's only worth 2 cards, so there's no point trying to eliminate white yet. We could try to force black into an elimination on red. With his trade in, and not just any elimination, but one in which he does not set in. So let's go. You know what? I'm actually going to trade. Got cards off of white here anyway. I want to make sure that these succeed. A little bit of cap defense down here in case he comes for it. Alright, this forces black to either set and deal with me, which wouldn't be fruitful. This is a bad play. You should just take second place and eliminate red. Instead, he's burning his troops on me here. I guess he doesn't trade in off of red, but... So he's going to let me block him and then eliminate red, I guess. Which is fine. White will take cards, we'll eliminate white. Card block black. Black eliminates red. Doesn't trade off of red. It's a perfect storm, honestly. These two caps being next to each other. The fact that white watched red cap directly next to him, because this was black's cap here, blue's cap here, orange's cap here, right? The fact that black watched red cap directly next to him. Or sorry, wrong player. So I don't actually trade in off of this. I got to be careful. All right. Hey, bot had a joker. I'm glad I eliminated it. But yeah, the fact that white watched red cap next to him, went for Iceland instead of defending his capital, and then red just immediately takes it, is hilarious. Red also capping directly next to white up here is bizarre. So we actually had cap lines on all 3 spots here. Black will get the red elimination. He deserved it. He played a decent game. Not surprised red gets out of here. I eliminated white first, which gives red better placement. He didn't leave, so he deserves it. And good game to you, sir. I'd like to clean the board. I feel like I earned it this game. And granted, I just played off of a position. I want to see. I want to see if he has a trade on 5. It's only a couple extra territories. Good game, dude. Good game. Well played. Thumbs up to you. And he had 2 artillery, 2 horses, and a dude. And that is a win. Orange, all right, let me try to guess ranks here. The fact that red voluntarily capped next to white makes me think he's not very good, but he stuck around, so I'll give him like intermediate. White is no more than a beginner with the way that he played. Black, I would say expert, bad cap, but smart plays in the middle game. Blue, I would give intermediate as well. Kept his cap open, strong cap plays, but aggressing in the middle when you have no way of proper retaliation, aside from just a simple break, is a little bit bizarre. Same with orange. Going bad neighbor early in the default makes me think you're no more than intermediate. I'd gladly be proven wrong here, but yeah. All right, orange was expert. Black, blue, and red all intermediate. So I think I pegged that on blue and red. Maybe give black a little bit more credit with the way that he played up to potential expert, but beginner on white and expert on orange. I don't think that orange's play reflected being the most skilled of my opponents, but especially going for blue, early trade in, slamming blue, somehow winning the capital, but then not taking the elimination. I don't know how you would think you would have enough troops left after. The fact that he even won the cap is a little bit surprising. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk tomorrow. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.